You like TV? I like TV.
I do like TV.
I watch TV. And today we're going to destroy TV.
Okay.
That's right, kids. Destroy All Movies has a another little fun podcast. Destroy All TV.
Coming at
Destroy
you
All
from
Television.
Damn Junior Podcast.
Could be classic TV. Could be new TV. You never know. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Mostly,
So
mostly classic TV, especially
but if
bad classic TV, which is almost all of classic television.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
For real.
Destroy All Television. Damn show.
Yes, kids, destroy all television. Get it at damnshow.co, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Hey, welcome to Destroy All Movies 2022.
First one.
First one.
That's right. First recording of 2022.
Hope everybody had a good holiday and New Year. So there you go.
I did notice something about 2022. You know those novelty New Year's glasses that we've had for the past 9 years,
Right.
with the where you would look through the two zeros in the middle. They can't do that anymore. And I saw a 2022 glass, and it looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like the other ones also look ridiculous.
I was going to say it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to look.
Yeah, I'm okay with
with not wearing them.
Is it like a pirate's eye? Like only one eye?
Yeah, no, it has two lenses, but they kind of squish it into like the little cutout in the two.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That's dumb.
Yeah. That's whatever.
Not good. So what are we doing on the show today? This momentous 2022 episode.
Who are you guys first?
Wait, how many years?
Oh, I'm sorry.
How many years?
Oh my God.
How many years we've been doing this?
14?
19?
Since 2007.
Yeah, 2007.
I started listening.
So
yeah,
that's
I started
20,
listening in 09.
Get the hell out of here.
2007, 2017. That's 10 years, right? We add 3 to that.
Okay.
So
13.
we get to the year 2000.
Right.
So that's 13 years. Now it's
Wait a minute.
2002.
Hold on.
So that's 15 years,
Hold on.
as Carl said.
It's 14 to 15 years.
Yeah, 14 to 15 years. Because technically it was July of
It's 14 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was going to say 2022, not 2000 again. Like,
yes,
we started in 2007.
That's right. Where'd I get? I was counting from 97.
You're not.
But I came up with the right number.
I was told there'd be no math.
All right, Richie.
So it never gets old.
All right, Richie.
So how long have we been doing this? 17
years.
14? Damn.
Did you say 14 years, Carl?
Thereabouts, yeah.
That's right. What's up, people? I'm Richie.
I'm Jim.
Carl.
And we've been doing this for 14 years.
So what we're doing on the show today is Matrix Resurrections.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Ooh, the much unwanted sequel to The Matrix. Were people clamoring for this?
I don't know.
Maybe they were. I don't know.
I loved it.
You're such a fucking liar.
It's fucking funny.
Then we can.
This was cinematic gold.
We can talk a little Boba Fett.
That's right. I watched. Is 2 episodes out or just 1?
2.
One came out today.
One came out today.
Okay,
so I've only seen the first.
Me too.
Me too.
Okay,
right.
we can talk about it then. Also, talk a little about. I finished the Beatles documentary.
I did not.
Ooh.
But I can tell you how it ends.
Can you? You're
Yep.
a Nostradamus.
Yep. with credits.
And although Richie did not see it, I'm pretty sure Carl and I have seen Spider-Man No Way Home. So
I have not seen it.
Have you seen it, Carl?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So me and Carl will talk a little bit about it without any spoilers.
Why? No. Why?
I'm just
why can't you just?
I'm just going to
Why
talk
can't you
about
just wait
it.
until? Why can't you just wait until it's streaming?
Because
why can't you just wait until?
I'm just saying it's fantastic. That's all.
Okay, good. You said it. It's fantastic. That's all we're going to talk about. Pretty great and fantastic. We'll see when it streams. It's gonna suck.
We'll see it when it streams.
It's gonna suck.
Oh. But I went to a theater. I was in the corner of the back corner of the theater. There was no one within 20 seats of me.
Nice.
I went to see it at the veranda, and they no longer serve food in there. And they turned the bar into a normal concession stand.
Nice. Well, I always hated when that came out, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is the coolest thing. You can get stuff, brought right to your seat." And
that's annoying.
alcohol. Yeah, dude. Don't. When I buy everything, charge me right then, so you don't have to come back with your fucking flashlight pen towards the end of the movie, so I could pay.
Yeah.
It's like fucking telling me I can't have a beer after the 7th inning. Don't do that.
So, it's like I don't know how many comedy clubs you've been to, but they start dropping your tab before the comedian's done.
Yeah. Well,
it's really annoying.
I found out in England, most of the comedy clubs, you buy your drinks when you go in. You buy your drink, pay for your drinks when you go in, and you like would eat or drink, and then the show.
Nice.
So no interruptions during the show.
All right.
Which I think they should adopt.
Yeah.
If I ever go to a comedy club again. All right. So what we've been watching, let's talk some Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Boba.
Didn't love it, but liked it a lot.
Why didn't you love it?
I don't know. It was just off-putting a little bit. I don't know yet. I got to rewatch it.
The book of Boba Fett.
I thought it was well done. Almost as good as The Mandalorian.
Well, I think
very similar.
Obviously, this is a setup episode. Yeah. Right. So I wasn't expecting it to be great. And I thought it was pretty okay. I didn't absolutely love it, but I wasn't expecting, I just didn't want it to turn me off.
Uh-huh.
Because first episodes in a limited series, they're not the best episodes of a show.
Oh, I think it has much potential to get a lot better.
Yeah. I agree. I think it, and I hope it's better. But I wouldn't say I absolutely loved it based on the first episode. I liked it a whole lot, and I was interested in it, and I like the fact that they showed him blasting his way out of the Sarlacc.
Yeah. Patton Oswalt's office montage thing is verbatim.
That was Parks and Rec. But
Parks and Rec. Yeah.
That was so great.
It is verbatim for the first episode.
Right.
That's so great.
I like the stormtrooper in there.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's maybe why I was a little disappointed. There's a comic book picture of him escaping, and the Sarlacc's just in flames. Like he exploded the whole thing. This one he just dug out of the sand.
Yeah, well,
Well, first he had to blast his way out of the Sarlacc.
Out of the side, and then dig his way up like Kill Bill 2 out of the grave. Like,
never seen it.
Oh, jeez.
So he needs to be treated with respect. I mean, he wants to be respected, not feared.
Right. Which, if you're going to be, in power, not.
Yeah. Well, that's what.
Like Sonny said.
Like who?
Like Sonny said.
He said, "Oh."
He said, "I'd rather be feared than respected, or feared than loved, because with fear comes respect." And that's true.
Nice.
Well, that's what Ming-Na Wen was telling him. Hey, you're not playing this right.
Yeah, you got to fucking,
Got to be carried
Fine.
around.
yeah.
I think we have the potential of a Boba Fett show that's kind of a gangster movie or film.
Right.
Well, I
right.
think that's the
And that's
intention.
all right.
I think that's the intention based on the previews of this.
Right.
That kind of excites me. Let's get it on.
So, yeah, he needs to crack some skulls.
Yeah. Well, the skull cracking will probably commence in episode 2 because he's got to make them pay for that insult.
Right. Right. He got to go all Jack Napier on him. Fucking go, oh, Anton's a little hot under the collar.
Oh,
so
that is quite a pull.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Batman 1980.
Damn right it is. Well, 90, but
no, it was
89?
85.
89.
89. It was in the 80s.
Yeah, I think it was 89. So yeah,
Got to
Boba
hit
Fett.
my mute button.
Yeah, Boba Fett. Give it a good watch.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I
like it. I like it. It has that Mandalorian vibe, obviously, because I mean the same people are doing it.
It's probably
Right.
filmed the same way too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And that. Have you seen the way they're filmed?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, that
It looks
that
great.
roof is unreal.
Yeah, that the volume.
Yeah,
It looks incredible
yeah,
for what you see on the behind the scenes.
Yeah, and it probably looks fantastic when you're there, actually standing in front of it.
But I'm
Probably.
sure you can see the seams and the walls and the ceiling. But
Yeah, but if you turn around and just look at it, you're on a different planet.
So there's no more huts at all.
Apparently, Bib Fortuna was there. You know, he was the
Right.
big
I'm just saying, but like
crime
in
lord.
episode 1, there was like a couple huts, right? And then like was Jabba the last?
he had like
Yeah.
a wife in episode 1.
Or
Something like
sister, or a conniving
Yes,
sister,
Yeah.
or a domineering mother.
All right.
Maybe we'll see that.
Yeah.
Jabba, wipe your fucking face.
Yeah. Oh.
You got that green shit all over your lips.
Yeah. I did not raise a slug. I raised a hut. Shut up.
Oh, salacious crumb.
So
So Boba Fett, I think, potential
Yeah, I
to
think
be
it's good.
very good. All right. Well, I finished the Beatles documentary, and Carl was right
Oh, what?
when I said I didn't know. It didn't seem that long to me, even though I was watching 2.5 hours of the first episode. Well, second
It's
half of the
long.
second episode and 2/3 of the third, I was saying this is long.
right.
Yeah.
You know, the 100th rendition of a song. You know, I understand he's trying to show, even to them, doing it over and over and over again, you know, is tedious to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so he wanted to communicate that feeling to the audience that, yes, okay, it's tedious to you,
Yes.
and you're feeling the same way they are.
Yeah.
But
Can't play the fucking part because your fucking wife.
But Jesus sakes, man.
I can't hear Get Back ever again.
Yeah, exactly. I heard it 100 damn times. They played
a
it
great
more than that
song.
thing you do.
Oh my god.
Yes. It's a really good song, but dude.
Yeah. So the Pakistani line did not make it into the song.
No.
As much as John loved it,
Yeah, the Pakistani line didn't make it in.
it did not make it into the song. Well,
I think he even says it started as a protest song and now it's just a guy going from California.
Well, he at the time also criticized a lot of Paul McCartney's songwriting, like Obla D.
Right.
He called it granny music, and you know, because he wanted to do more experimental and avant-garde type stuff.
Right.
Paul's
John
trying
did?
to John, yeah. Him and Yoko, that was their whole thing.
Oh yeah, you didn't hear her fucking cackle into that microphone every time that fucking someone let her go near
Yeah,
it.
I heard it.
Yeah. So, and Paul McCartney's just trying to write fucking
a song.
songs.
Like something fucking,
but
something snappy, something peppy.
Yeah. They didn't show it as much, but the and I guess maybe because it wasn't on video, so they couldn't show it. The more of the problems between George and John and Paul.
Right.
Because he felt they were stifling all of his stuff, even when he thought his songs were better than what they're writing.
Right.
John Lennon criticized his songwriting ability. Paul McCartney also thought his songs weren't good, and the constant Paul saying that that he can't play guitar.
Yeah, Paul telling me how to play guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, what song did he write super popular? George.
When he was fat.
Yeah. No.
Here Comes the Sun?
In the Beatles.
Here Comes the Sun?
My guitar gently weeps.
No, that's not. It's not one of them, but it's.
Those are his two big ones, I think.
But it's a super big Beatles song that he wrote, and everybody always thanks Paul McCartney and John.
What era? What album?
What's the name of the song? Something in the way she moves, right?
Something in the way.
Yeah. So that one. Paul,
it's Abbey Road.
Yeah. So
great song.
That's a George song, and
oh
my god, and Paul McCartney always gets
he gets credit for Something in the Way She Moves.
All these like older people like, oh my god, that was the best song you've written. He was like, oh, thank you.
He just says thanks.
He goes, yeah, George wrote that. He goes, and me and John get all the credit.
Well, what I didn't know is that Paul and John had a songwriting partnership, that anything they individually wrote was also credited to both of them.
Right. Which is bizarre.
Yeah. And they had that for a long time.
And it used to be Lennon-McCartney. And when Lennon was shot dead, he switched it to McCartney-Lennon.
Wow.
Plus, from
swear to God,
from this and from the the subsequent reading that I have done, where like Paul doesn't come off as a super nice guy in a lot of it.
Right.
Like when John announced to the other band members that he was leaving the band, they asked him not to publicize that,
Right.
Because they had albums coming out and all of that. So he didn't. And any interviews, he said, that we're not currently together, but he always left the door open. We may get back and record again.
Right.
Get back.
And then Paul McCartney got pissed off at one point, and when he left the band, he gave an interview and announced it in the press, and the other three were like fuck you, man. You were the one who told us not to, you were the one who said we have to protect the business. So don't announce it, and then you come out and do it.
Are we allowed to talk about the rooftop concert?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I know how it ends.
It's public that's public knowledge. The rooftop concert.
It's not good.
No, I didn't think that's what it was. From you only saw clips of it, and you only
no one on the street could see them. They're just guessing it's the Beatles. And
yeah, like that
they
one.
They play the same four songs like 20 times.
Yeah, the one dude in the street. They're interviewing like people on the street, and
I like that part.
The one dude on the street goes, "Yeah, oh, that's the Beatles. They were playing a free concert. Why aren't they down here doing it?"
Yeah, exactly. You can't even see them
because they kept filming it for the documentary or the movie they were making. So they're doing multiple takes.
Oh,
I really enjoyed the stuffy late 60s English people, though. That was really nice.
Yeah, like the one. I don't like this one bit.
We have businesses to run around here. You're interrupting the streets. I love that.
And the overly polite police department.
Yeah.
It's like,
the dude chewing on his chin strap.
Yeah, because he doesn't know what to do. He's going like, what, am I going to shut down the Beatles?
It's not going to be me.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. And they're all on the phone all the time, like with their superiors. What do we... Right. So overall, I am very pleased that I watched it all. I have a better understanding of the Beatles.
Yes, I agree. There should be exactly what we got, but I think there also should be like a tight 2.5 hour version.
Yeah, I agree. For
the general public.
Yeah, like I said, I liked watching it. I wish it was shorter because you could have gotten the same feeling with at least an hour cut out of it.
I'm a huge fan, but it got a little much.
Yeah. So
if there was a nice 2-hour documentary, it'd be great.
There you go. All worked out. So that was the Beatles. There you go.
Yeah, it all worked out for Paul.
Yeah, he's all right.
Paul's doing all right.
He's doing good.
He's got a one-legged wife, but
not anymore.
Oh no.
That he's still with Eileen?
Linda?
No, Linda was not one-legged.
No, Linda wasn't one. Eileen is.
Oh, God. Oh, that was terrible.
Movies.
The Matrix Resurrections. Dun dun dun.
Yay.
Neo is back. Trinity's back. Morpheus is back somewhat. Same thing with Agent Smith. He turned into the king from Hamilton.
Yeah.
Hamilton.
That dude who played Agent Smith in this was the king in Hamilton. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
Never seen it, so.
He sang one of my favorite tunes from that because it's the most Broadway of all the tunes.
He's also the star of Mindhunter, the show, which is awesome.
Okay.
His name is Jonathan Groff.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss, Yahya Abdul Mateen II. That's Morpheus.
Right.
Who we last saw as the Black Manta in Aquaman.
Wow.
Was it the same guy?
Wasn't it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought it was Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, I was going to say no. That wasn't him.
No, I'm telling you, it was him.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't him?
No.
Oh, man. I can't believe it.
I thought Morpheus was Jonathan Majors.
No. Was Jonathan Majors?
Jesus Christ, shouldn't you have this in your notes?
No, it was Yahya Abdul Mateen II.
Okay.
He was in Matrix Resurrections.
Yeah, that's what
he was Morpheus and Smith as well in the beginning.
Right. In the beginning, yes.
And
he was both.
Yeah. So no, I thought that
but he was not Mantis.
No, he was not. My mistake. No. Yeah. Aquaman 2018. David Kane, Manta. Referred to as Black Manta. That was him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I never forget a face.
Well, he lost a lot of weight for this one.
Yeah. Well, he was all bulked up in Aquaman. Okay. He had to compete with Aquaman.
Yeah, but I mean, he's like a lot leaner. He's cut, but he's still like,
Yeah, but I'm saying he probably bulked up for Aquaman.
Right. All right.
Whatchamacallit was smaller. Chris Evans was smaller as Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four, and he had to get jacked up for Captain America.
And
more jacked.
Oh shit!
What?
I thought that was Jonathan Majors.
Oh.
Shit.
And Carl, you were wrong. Yeah, Carl, how can you have embarrassed yourself like that?
I'm usually better at that. Oh, man.
All right, so we got Neo making Matrix games.
Yeah. So this was not the Wachowski sisters or siblings. Only one of them did this movie.
Oh,
Just Lana.
Yeah.
okay.
So
What's the difference between the other one?
this made as little sense as the other ones did.
Well, there are other movies they both made all together.
No, but I'm just saying the difference between Matrix Revolutions and Matrix Resurrections, they were both equally
terrible,
ridiculous in their storyline.
Convoluted.
This storyline is basically the original.
Well, it starts off with the original, but with different actors playing the parts.
Right.
And it turns out it's just another like sandboxed simulation. Kind of like what was that thing in the first three where they would get their guns and their equipment before going into the Matrix?
The White Room.
The Construct.
The Construct.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where Morpheus first talks to him and says in the White Room when he's sitting in that red velvet chair.
Yeah.
Explaining to him what the Matrix is. So it turns out the Matrix robots had an energy crisis. And to solve the energy crisis, they had Doogie Howser reorder the Matrix and use Trinity and Neo to help power the Matrix and solve the energy crisis.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Because he resurrected Neo and he stuck him in a pod again and made him think he was 20 years older and a video game guy.
Mm-hmm.
But Jada Pinkett Smith is 40 years older.
Okay, I didn't get that at all because when they break Neo out, Bugs, and her ship, she has a ship like Morpheus did.
Right.
And they break Neo out. And there's sort of cause a quasi alliance between some Matrix programs and some and humans,
right?
And they can interact with each other using Black Panther style.
Beads,
beads,
a lot of beads.
Oh man, so ridiculous.
Metal beads.
So. They break Neo out. They go to Io, which is the new Zion. It's a big human city.
Right.
And Niobe is there. Only she's got like a ton of old makeup on her face, and she looks like she's got old makeup on. Fucking
A right. She did her best Gus chickens. I'd be more worried about the centuries if I were you.
Here.
when I saw that, I was like, "This is fucking Gus chickens."
Pickle juice.
Oh, cinnamon and gravy.
Cinnamon and gravy. Oh my god! So she tells him, "Yeah, while you went back under in the Matrix, like 40 years have gone by, dude, or 40."
Something like that.
Yeah, something like a lot of years. 20? Something. Right. A significant amount. Why didn't Neo age? It's not like when you're in the pod, you're immortal.
Neo or Trinity.
Aged. Exactly. Yeah. They're real bodies.
They had a little gray hair.
Yeah,
they
look great for their age. Not 40 years of gray hair.
No.
And then Jada Pinkett Smith looks like 50 years older. She looks like 70.
Exactly. Yeah. Let me see if I can see. 60 years have passed, she says.
Wow. 60. Yeah.
So there's no way that Neo...
So she's like 85.
Yeah. So there's no way John Anderson's body is, preserved to be fairly...
but in the Matrix,
No, I
We
mean
do.
when he got out,
He still has a physical body.
when they
Oh, yeah,
busted
yeah.
him out, how come his physical body didn't age?
Yeah, I don't know.
That I call shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenanigans, I say.
So who are the suits
What
that Doogie keeps referring to?
agents?
The agents.
Oh, and his like superiors.
His bosses.
Yeah, his
right,
bosses.
right. That's what I mean. Like so the agents are his bosses.
Probably.
Or like that architect dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he seemed
I
to be
don't know.
he seemed to be
Architect
in
is.
charge. He seemed to
Put the architect in charge.
This is my architect impression. Welcome, Neo. Some of this you will understand. Some of this you won't understand. As soon as I
You're gonna have
heard,
to take your.
as soon
I'm
as
gonna
I
have to take your
heard
word
that,
for it.
as soon as I
I'm
heard
out.
that
Yeah.
line from Matrix Revolutions or Resurrections or Reloaded, whatever the frick it is, I'm saying that's bullshit. Where I'm going to explain something to you and the audience, and so if you don't understand it, it's intentional. And the bullshit, it's bad writing, is
Let's
what
give
it
you
is.
exposition.
Yeah.
But if you don't understand it, it's on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck that.
So this quasi, Messiah thing with Neo and Trinity, I like the first one. It had some cool fights. You know what this one didn't have? Cool fights.
Cool fights.
Well, he fought.
No weapons either.
He fought Morpheus again for no apparent.
Yeah, but
reason.
it wasn't that cool looking. That's what
No.
I'm saying. It looked nothing like the other Matrix movies. Where the fight choreography was interesting and
It was groundbreaking. Honestly,
Yeah.
The whole movie was groundbreaking.
yeah, and it was like it's all poking at you through the fourth wall, saying, "Yeah, Warner Brothers wanted this," and
Right.
Warner Brothers wants you to put out the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and,
So we did.
So they bust Neo out, finds out and of course they got to throw in a cute machine.
Oh God, what was that shit? Oh man,
The bird.
No, the
the robots.
the robot thing that gets him out of the pod.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I forget its name. It had a name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't care.
But see, we're working together, machines and people.
Yeah. They're cute. And
Yeah, they're cute.
They're helping us make strawberries. It's awesome.
So the art
Until they find out that the machines are going to be doing most of the agricultural work, and there's going to be another revolution because the machines don't eat that shit. They don't need the goddamn strawberries.
They don't need
They're doing all the
strawberries.
work. So there's going to be a fucking machine revolution. Oh, wait a minute. What do we get out of all this strawberry?
they enjoy it.
Yeah, like they're liking the strawberries. We're not eating these strawberries, yet we're out here every goddamn day picking these goddamn strawberries.
And we got to eat the energy created by their bodies.
Right. Well, if they eat the strawberries, they'll create more energy, and we get to eat that energy. I don't give a fuck. Have them pick some of it.
In the Matrix, they can have all the pretend strawberries they want.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Like,
Oh my god.
and we can make them. We can program a strawberry so it is friggin' delicious.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the best goddamn strawberry you'll ever eat.
Yeah, and then guess what? We'll give them
Ignorance
another one.
bliss.
Yeah. Fucking Gus Chickens over there making her strawberries.
So he wants to go back in because Trinity was in an adjoining pod and they didn't get her out. So he wants to bust in and get Trinity. So they go and talk to some other program who I have absolutely no clue who that was. And she goes, "Oh, we're going to plan a heist to get Trinity out." And they go through this convoluted heist where...
Do you know who it was?
I know who the actress was. I didn't know what she was playing.
There's a scene in the first movie where he's in the office
Yeah.
and there's two people squeegeeing, cleaning the window on the outside.
Yeah.
Right.
She's one of those people
Oh.
squeegeeing. And she saw him stick up for himself.
Wait a minute. In the first movie or
Yeah.
in the beginning of this movie?
No.
In the first movie, the squeegeeing is happening outside the office.
How was she in the squeegee? How was she a squeegee person in the first one?
I
She
swear to God,
would
that's
only
what
be
they're
a little
going for.
kid.
Not in the Matrix.
Not the Matrix.
No, I'm just saying the actress. So it's obviously
Oh,
not.
no, not the actress, the character.
Oh, that's who it's supposed to be. Oh my
I'm
God.
pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
I'm gonna have to watch the first one now just to see the squeegee part.
Yeah. No, I remember the
that scene.
squeegee because he would
It's
keep
really cool looking.
at every time they squeaked across the window, Anderson would look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a really cool visual.
Yeah.
They used that. I'm pretty sure, dude.
I don't remember it.
And they got rid of the flip phones and went with mirrors
Yeah.
to get in and
Yeah,
out of the
that's
Matrix.
That's right.
Yep.
And the handler,
Yeah. It
Was-
was
they could see him visually inside the Matrix.
right. As long as he wore his blue lens.
Yeah, as long as he got that virtual reality.
Yeah.
So the Morpheus in this isn't the real Morpheus. He's a program that Neo created in a video. So, like to test video game characters because he thought he was writing a video game. So he was experimenting with Morpheus and Smith, and somehow they pulled because Morpheus is dead.
Right.
But this dude is just like computer Morpheus.
Why didn't Doog remake Morpheus?
I don't know. He didn't need Morpheus.
Oh, okay. Just asking. Because he put him, built his brain and his body and all that. So
Morpheus, Doogie Howser tells Neo, I want you back in the pod or we're going to off Trinity. And he goes, well, I'll do you one better. I'll make you a deal. And he says, if she comes out voluntarily, I win. If she doesn't, I'll go back in the pod.
yep. And you know what, they pumped some air in her and pumped on her stomach and she was too brave.
To blame.
Says he said
true love.
he said true love. He said to blave, which means to bluff.
I think the reason he didn't recreate Morpheus is because Lawrence Fishburne wasn't signing on for this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets Trinity breaks out of her spell, remembers who she is, and gets all her Matrix powers back.
Yeah.
And Neo starts getting his Matrix powers. So they go on. She uses hers to ride a motorcycle again, and he uses his to push
To
things
stand
out
on the back of the motorcycle.
and use the force. Basically,
Yeah. Motherfuckers are like Wonder Twins.
he's doing like force pushes.
Yeah.
Wonder Twins.
Yeah. They're like Wonder Twins, man.
Basically, that's
Yeah.
what they were. That when they're together, they're like
Yeah.
unstoppable. So,
Right, but
Doogie
separate,
Howser
just
wants
the
to
fucking-
reboot the Matrix to like kind of wipe them out, and then the computer agent Smith says, "Well, I don't like what you did to me in the previous thing. You know, you kind of locked me up." So he fought with Doogie Howser and prevented him from rebooting the Matrix. Neo wins. Agent Smith says, okay, our alliance is over. I'm skedaddling. And then they both go up to, I forgot the flying. They both jump off a building.
Yeah.
Wonder Twin powers
And they
activate.
expect Neo to fly, but Trinity flies instead.
Right.
So they go to the analyst. They go, Doogie Howser, we're taking over this freaking town.
Yeah.
And we're going to do what we want.
Yeah.
And then
he's
they
not
go-
going to just be a bucket of water.
Form of
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
not going to be an ice cube.
remember what Tosh used to say? Form of shape of a giant dildo, form of elephant sperm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude was
So
lame
is-
in the Wonder Twins.
Yeah.
He'd always say like he'd be ice
totally.
or a
Right,
bucket of water or a cloud.
Yeah. I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's not just going to be a bucket of water, you know,
she's like a freaking gorilla or an elephant or
or a fucking eagle
or a
with some
tiger.
talons.
Yeah, it's like
He's just a form of water. That's right. It's terrible.
You know, she turns into a lygra.
Possibly my favorite animal.
Yeah.
So they
So,
say we're taking over this joint, and they fly away hand in hand.
Yeah.
So is Trinity the one now and not?
No, they're
Neo?
both the
No.
one.
They have to be together to be the one.
They
my
have to be
God.
together. When they're together,
When they're together, they're one.
that's why the analyst kept them close together, because he could leech off the power of them being close together but not being together.
Kind of
So
like
her name should not be Trinity. It should be Duo.
Yeah. They're like whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
What's that dumb Will Smith movie with fucking where he was the superhero?
I just got what Carl said.
Yes,
it took a.
I try to gloss over. I try to just gloss over that, Jim.
It wasn't that bad.
It was fucking terrible. I was trying to just run down the fucking alley. You had to bring it back.
Oh boy.
You had to fucking bring it back, Jim. I was
No, you were about to talk about.
the course.
There's nothing else to say about that joke.
Oh my god.
You were about to talk about Hancock.
Yeah, there you go. Hancock. It's like Hancock. When they're together,
Yeah,
they have
exactly.
their powers.
Yeah.
When they're separate,
They
he's an
just
alcoholic.
they're ordinary people,
Right. Yeah.
and they get stronger the longer they're together.
Right. But separate, he's just an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Great first half of that movie.
Yeah. So
Then it goes
Yeah.
to shit.
So this was released both on HBO Max and in the theaters.
that's where I watched it. HBO Max.
I also watch it on HBO Max.
Theaters.
Good for you, Carl.
So this had a budget of 109 million, and so far it has grossed 106.5 million. Unlike Spider-Man, which has over $1 billion.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's the first blockbuster in a long time.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. The Spider-Man.
Jim, you're really gonna
What?
keep going with the Spider-Man.
I'm
thing.
just saying it's a wonderful movie, and it deserves all the accolades it gets.
All right. I'm good with that.
I agree.
Know what's coming out next week?
No.
The Eternals will be released.
Who's that?
It's the Marvel
I
movie.
will watch it. It was in theaters. Now it's coming out on
Yeah,
Disney.
now it's
assume.
getting released on Disney Plus.
Sweet. I'll watch it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this movie on Rotten Tomatoes, 65% positive.
Wow. That's surprising.
I mean, this wasn't a great movie,
No,
but it was better than the third one.
yeah, it was. It was better than the third one. The only thing I did,
Yeah.
What was the third one? With the architect?
well, the second one ended with the architect, and it began with the architect. The
Okay,
third
because
one,
I remember the second one.
and then the
somewhat.
yeah, you're thinking about Reloaded with those two ghost dudes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this was better than that one even.
You're right,
Oh,
because I
wow.
hated both of those.
Yeah. So this was better than. I don't remember the third one at all. But
It's
the
where
second one-
Neo gets blinded, but his superpower, him and the machines, kind of make a deal about the Matrix, and he's still outside the Matrix, but he can control things within it and outside it.
Oh,
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't say it. I just remember watching the second one, not liking it. So I don't even remember the end of it
yeah.
because I was just like, this is fucking dumb.
Well, apparently it's like Neo's dead at the end of Matrix
Oh, okay.
Revolutions.
That's
Okay.
what I remembered.
Yeah.
So that's where Trinity and Neo got into the spaceship car accident
Yeah,
and died.
they because they do that thing where they right before Trinity dies, the hovercraft, her and Neo are in the hovercraft, and it flies up above the clouds, and she sees the real sun for the first time.
That was a great shot, actually.
And then it dives back down, and then it crashes, and she dies.
Wow.
And then Neo goes and makes the, something interfacing with all of the machine squids and stuff, or like lifting them up like Jesus.
Yeah.
Neo's dead. So Trinity thinks.
So, judging by that reaction, I think the thing I hated the most about this movie, besides it making no sense,
Right.
but I expected it to make no sense. I knew we were going to get some pseudo metaphysical gobbledygook in this
Right.
thing.
Of course.
But the fighting was terrible. I thought the fighting was terrible.
I was happy there
it
wasn't.
had
it
no
wasn't
it had no style.
I was happy there wasn't a lot of fighting. This had more story than fighting compared to the other ones.
Yeah, there were less fight scenes because,
like in the first one, there was just enough fighting and a lot of story, but made the fighting cool. Where the second one, they were like, well, since we can't tell a story, we're going to do a lot of fighting, and there's going to be two dudes in weird, with weird haircuts and white suits. Some glasses.
Oh, that's right. And the that French dude, the French
Yeah.
program from the second one shows up
Right.
in this one, and he's all pissed off and nuts.
Right.
And
Right.
he's like a homeless guy now
Yeah.
in the
the
machine world.
Yeah.
There was also very little gunplay. Where in the
Right.
first one, there's a
There's a
shit
ton
ton
of
of,
it.
gunplay,
Right.
which is fun.
Yeah, but you figure Neo doesn't need a gun. I mean, he developed superpowers.
Yeah.
That's why
He could
I couldn't
poke-
understand.
He could poke a mirror.
I couldn't understand in the second one and the third one when he became like superpowered and could fly and doing that shit. I'm saying, why is he flying at all? Why can't he jump in and out of that program
Yeah.
at different points? Like if he wanted to be somewhere else, why can't he just go there like you're going in a program and jumping to that line?
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know
Because
either.
he saw the Matrix, he saw the code.
Yeah.
So pick the portion in the code where I want to be and just appear there.
That's right. Like Gretzky.
That's
Don't
right.
skate to where-
He skates to
don't- where the puck is going to be.
Going to be.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, I've listened to Kevin Smith also.
Yeah, he really should have moved around the Matrix, kind of like Doctor
Right.
Strange, just opening up a hole and going into the next.
Yeah, fucking up all the agents.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. That would have been a great sequel.
So
Yeah, because it would have made sense.
so I knew this one wasn't going to make sense. I thought the fighting was substandard, but like you said, I think the story was better than the last two.
Yeah, because it was the same as the first one, really. I mean,
You keep saying that, but
other than the Trinity and Neo being the one together. So now they can go around and say, "We thank you."
But the thing is, I'm looking at this movie and I'm going, how much of that is intentional? Like, how much of it is intentional as a commentary on, like they mentioned, they said explicitly, like, oh, they want you to rehash the same thing. They want you to do
Right.
this. So she was going to give them that, but that portion of it wasn't going to be good.
Right.
there's a reason for that, which is kind of smart. Warner Brothers kept asking the Wachowskis to make a fourth one, and they're like, fuck you, it's done. And then they said, we're going to do it without you, which they probably should have done.
Yeah.
But Lana Wachowski said, I'll do it, and made this one, which is basically a fuck you to the studio system.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's what I think.
That could be, because I'm saying they know how to they knew how to choreograph fight scenes and interesting visuals. And I think she intentionally didn't do it.
Yeah.
Made the fighting seem ordinary.
Right.
Yeah. I think it was a fuck you to the studio system, the whole thing. And if they did let some other up-and-comer, really talented person make it, it could have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I know is that Keanu Reeves and Trinity, what's her name? What's her real name?
Carrie-Anne Moss.
Yeah. Really jumped off that building.
Sure they did.
No, they did. To get because one of her, I was watching a interview with her.
Yeah.
And she was talking about when, she goes, we really jumped off that. And she goes, when my husband asked, are you going to do that jump for real? Like, you're not going to have us. You're like, no, me and Keanu are going to do it.
Did they do it like with those decelerator cables, or did they jump into something?
No. They did the jump to get that footage.
Yeah.
The cables were regular, but the jump itself, they jumped they were taught how to do the jump and jumped off the building.
Yeah, I know. But I was saying, did they jump into something that was slightly below the roof, or did they use those decelerator cables where you fall, like stuntmen use them? You fall, but it slows you down right near the bottom.
I don't know. But she, her husband was just like, you're nuts.
Yeah. Remember, in the first one, she broke her leg.
Yeah.
Doing the fight scenes in the first one. So, crosshair time.
I'll go first.
Go first.
2.5. It was still better than the second one. It wasn't great. I liked it because there wasn't that much fighting. There's more story. Would I watch it again? No, probably not. I mean, if it was on flipping and it's a Saturday and it's raining, I'm not going anywhere. Maybe, but
I'm going to give you the perfect circumstance in which I would enjoy watching this movie again.
Yeah. And then if I, while I was watching it, got a wild hair and started flipping again and saw, Anthony Bourdain, No Reservations, I would change it to Anthony Bourdain, No Reservations.
He is amazing.
Because there was never a bad show when he was on. So there you go, 2.5.
2.5. All right.
Did you give yourself crosshairs?
Yeah, 2.5. I did the whole thing.
I also will give it a 2.5. I agree it wasn't as terrible as Reloaded in Revolutions.
Right.
Because it got steadily worse. Reloaded, you saw the good one. You saw the good sequel. Revolutions was a hot mess. Yeah. And this one was not a hot mess. So I can see what she was going for.
Who?
The director.
Oh.
Lana.
Okay.
So I can see what she was going for here. So, Carl.
All it really wanted, it just made me want to watch the first one again. Because the first one's great. It's a brilliant movie.
I've seen the first one a shitload of times. It was one of the early DVDs that I bought.
I watched it like 6 months ago. It holds up. It's awesome. All this movie made me want to do is watch that again.
Yeah. And I watched all of the, behind the scenes stuff that came on that disc, that DVD. There was a ton of it. And I loved all of it. They were
fucking groundbreaking.
Showing how they did the bullet time with all the cameras and stuff, and
I'll disagree that even the two sequels, while not as good, were also kind of groundbreaking. And they had a vision, and they fucking made it happen. This is
visually the sequels look good. It's just. I thought the story was just became a convoluted mess by the end.
I had the floor, Jim.
Point of order. Point of order, sir.
You invited me on this show.
Well done, Carl.
Go ahead, Carl. I
don't take no shit
apologize.
off nobody.
Yeah.
All right, Spider. Dance that fucking drink over here.
Oh, good for you, Spider.
Yeah, good for you. Don't take no shit off nobody. Go ahead.
I
Carl,
was just
the floor.
joking. You fucking killed the guy.
You got to dig the grave.
You
Yeah.
gotta.
I'll
I'm
dig
all
the
out of
grave.
line.
Yeah.
You're digging the hole.
Yeah. What?
What? It's the first hole I dug? I don't hate the sequels. I couldn't stand this movie.
Oh, no kidding.
Really?
The sequels are not great, but they're still very visionary and going for the home run every time. They're trying.
Yeah, but you have to admit that when it's a visual masterpiece, that the story's shit.
I didn't say visually, even just conceptually and everything. It's really thrown for the fences. So this one didn't hit me at all. I saw it on IMAX and it was beautiful. Sound was great, but I just wanted to see the original Matrix on IMAX with the sound.
Right.
So I'm 1.5.
All right.
Wait a minute. You pop for IMAX?
Yeah, my friends wanted to go, and so
Listen,
I went. Yeah,
when Carl goes to the movies, he's not fucking around.
Dude, I
right.
went to a 10:15 showing. It cost me $6.
that's what I normally do. My friends wanted to go. My friends wanted to go to the IMAX opening night. I'm like, oh, fine.
No, I'm not ready for that. Going to see Spider-Man in the theater was a big step for me. But I don't think I'm going to make it a habit right now.
I gotta say, I don't miss it.
I'm telling you, if they all got released on video, if they all got released on streaming,
Yeah.
I probably rarely ever step into a movie theater.
I was gonna say, I don't miss it. I don't miss that whole experience and the big. I'm like, all right.
It's
No,
nice.
you also don't miss having to miss part of the movie because you got to go take a leak because these
That's
movies
right.
are 2.5 hours long. Although
That's
this
right.
one
You
was
pause
not.
it.
This one was
You
not.
can't pause.
That's true. I could pause it, go get a cup of tea, make some soup.
This one, no, it was almost 2.5 hours. It was 148 minutes. But
Yeah.
I'm including that. I'm cutting out at least 15 minutes, 10 minutes of credits.
There was many times where I'm audibly, and I don't do audible in theaters. I was audibly like, oh god.
I was shocked that this one had a post-credit scene.
It had a post-credit scene.
I don't think I stuck around for that.
It did.
I can tell you this, Richie. When you see Spider-Man, don't bother with the post-credit scenes.
Okay.
There's one. It's pretty cool.
There's two. There's the first post-credit scene, and then the one mid-credit scene, and then the post-credit scene is the trailer for Doctor Strange.
Oh, is it?
The same trailer I watched online previous to it, and I sat in the theater till the end of the credits to see it. And I said, I'm looking at my wife, and we just saw this.
So I didn't see Doctor Strange. That movie's gonna suck.
The
Nope.
trailer for Doctor Strange.
I haven't seen it yet. Movie's gonna suck.
Nope.
Yeah, I know. They all suck, Richie. They all
Thank
suck.
God.
Spider-Man's
Well, at
gonna
least-
suck. Thor's gonna
Sam
suck.
Raimi, dude. It's Sam Raimi doing Doctor Strange. It's amazing.
Don't you think it's all kind of played though?
But
it's enough
Doctor Strange
already.
in the multiverse. Doctor Strange is a huge part of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know, but don't you think it's enough already?
It's
No,
never gonna stop.
No, I don't think.
I mean,
it's
you
enough
can't
already.
stop it. You may as well enjoy it.
But
Yeah,
make it good though.
If it's stopping, who's stopping it, and who's behind what's stopping it? That is my question to you.
Yes.
It's not going to stop in our lifetime. I guarantee you.
Also, Spinal Tap. Well played, Jim.
Oh,
Yes, well played, Jim.
Thank you.
All right, that's it.
That's
It's
the
a hell of a
Matrix.
show.
It is a hell of a show.
Yay.
oh yeah.
So if you want to send us something, destroymail@gmail.com. Go on Amazon and use the link, and so we can make some money. Patreon. Do we have Patreon page?
No, we have
No, we
a
got
cup
rid
of
of that.
coffee. Well,
I do have to go this time.
Oh,
okay.
well, we'll end it. We'll end it for you, Carl.
He just went to the
Carl
bathroom.
left. Oh. So that's the show, people. Spider-Man sucks. Anthony Bourdain's great. And Matrix was okay.
Okay, yeah. Except Spider-Man doesn't suck.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, you'll love it.
All right. I'm Richie.
I'm Jim.
That was Carl.
I'm Carl. I'm Carl, and I'm a stupid head.
Oh. Good night, damnation. You like TV? I like TV.
I do like TV.
I watch TV. And today we're going to destroy TV.
Okay.
That's right, kids. Destroy All Movies has a another little fun podcast. Destroy All TV.
Coming at you
Destroy All
from
Television.
Damn Junior Podcasting.
Could be classic TV. Could be new TV. You never know. You never know
Could
what
be.
we're going to throw at you.
Mostly,
So if you like-
mostly classic TV, especially
but if you-
bad classic TV, which is almost all of classic
Right.
television.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
For real.
Destroy All Television. Damn show.
Yes, kids, destroy all television. Get it at damshow.co, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.